Hi! Today we're going on a virtual journey across the galaxy and we'll look at the Sun from the surface of the nearest exoplanets. What does it look like from there? Is it just a faint star or a bright beacon? Let's find out right now in the SpaceEngine planetarium. Let's go! As you can see right now, we're quite near our home planet Earth and we can clearly see our Sun. This is basically how it looks when viewed from the vicinity of our planet. Now it's time to find out how it appears from the nearest exoplanets. And we'll start with the very first exoplanet in today's journey, Proxima b. Here is this planet itself, this is how it looks, and it's tidally locked to its parent star. Now I'll go down to the dark side of this planet, and let's take a closer look at the Sun. So, as you can clearly see, there's a very bright dot. I think you can see it quite well. That's where the Sun is located. The distance from this particular planet to the Sun is approximately 4.21 light years. And I'll hide this specific information with dots, and we can clearly see that, in principle, from here our Sun truly stands out quite well among all the other surrounding stars. Now I'll use a telescope and let's try to zoom in as much as this planetarium allows. Let's see what we can observe. Here I am zooming in more and more as long as I can keep zooming. And that's it. This is the maximum magnification. Here is the Sun and you can see it quite well. And you can also see such a bright dot. We can even see the planet Venus quite clearly from here, and beyond that I can't really see anything else. This one nearby, I suppose, must be a neighboring star. Actually no guys, I see another planet of the solar system and it's our own planet Earth. You can see it a little bit over there, but it's unlikely you'll be able to see it in the video. Well, I just showed that I saw it. Logically, I think I should be able to see Jupiter, but nothing really catches my eye. I'm lowering the magnification. So basically this is what the starry sky looks like at night from the surface of Proxima b. And on the daytime side of Proxima b, we see this incredible landscape. The star Proxima Centauri is shining, it's a red dwarf. Well, scientists officially discovered the exoplanet Proxima b in the year 2016. Now I'm heading to the very next planet. Our next significant stop is the exoplanet Barnard c. This is what the planet looks like. Here we have a true ocean planet, also tidally locked to its parent star. I'm descending to the dark side of this planet. I hope we'll be able to see our Sun from here. And yes, the Sun is somewhere over there, but you can't really see it because of the clouds here. But I can just turn them off from the display. And now yes, from here you can see our star perfectly. From this planet, the distance to the Sun is 5.87 light years. And after removing the pointer, I think you already understand where our star is located. And now I'm bringing the clouds back into the display. And let me show you the day side of this planet as well. This planet was recently discovered in the year 2025. And here you can clearly see Barnard's star and these kinds of clouds. I'll repeat, this is an ocean planet as shown in SpaceEngine. Here's another view of this star right above the water. Such a beautiful view. But I'll also mention that Barnard's star, much like Proxima Centauri, is a red dwarf star. Now let us move on. The very next stop on our journey is the exoplanet Ross 128b. This is an exoplanet with a dense atmosphere, and it is also tidally locked to its parent star. I'm flying over to the dark side, and let's see how our brilliant star looks from here. Little by little, we're steadily moving farther and farther away from the Sun. As you can see, nothing is visible here at all because of the thick clouds, so we'll have to remove them. And thanks to that, the starry sky opens up for us. Our Sun is located over there, and you can clearly see it from this vantage point as well. From this particular planet, the immense distance to the Sun is already 11.02 light years. I think you remember where our star is located. I'll now remove the marker and then try to zoom in with a powerful telescope to see if we can clearly spot anything from this considerable distance, especially if I use the telescope at its absolute maximum magnification. Zooming in, I'll pause time. Oh, there's also some galaxy showing up in the background here. That's interesting. Well, that's the Sun. And here's some dot, the planet Saturn. Oh, we can see Saturn. And up close near the star, you can see the planet Venus. Well, Venus is such a bright planet that even from these distant planets we can see Venus, because it's so bright. Well, that turned out pretty epic and interesting. What is this galaxy anyway? Will I be able to select it somehow? Take a look? No, it won't let me. Alright then, I'll reset the zoom. On the day side of this planet, the view looks like this. Here, I'll repeat, we have an ocean planet as shown in SpaceEngine. The star is located over there. Unfortunately, you can't see it, again because of the dense atmosphere. I can hide the clouds. And here we have Ross 128, which is a red dwarf star. I'll also mention that the planet Ross 128b was discovered in 2017. I'm turning the clouds back on for display purposes. Our very next stop is the exoplanet HD 1.80b. Here's another alien world, also tidally locked. Well, interesting. But here, the surface is more like a desert. I'm descending to its dark side. And yes, from here we can also see our star, the Sun. There it is, over there. The considerable distance from this particular planet to the Sun is approximately 2037 light years. Now I'm removing the pointer. And yes, from here the star is clearly visible among all the others. But I think you already know where the Sun is. And right next to it are the incredible Pleiades. A very beautiful cluster. This is the view from the planet's day side. Here we have the star Gliese 555 shining. Well, that's also a red dwarf. There are also vast sand dunes like these present here. And I will mention that this fascinating planet was initially discovered in the year 2023. And the next intriguing exoplanet from which we will look at our Sun will be Gliese 357d. That's what this world is like. I also noticed that there's tidal locking to the parent star here because most of the stars here are red dwarfs. This is the most common type of star in the universe. That's why we encounter them so often, and as we can see there's a dense atmosphere. Most likely here too we'll have to remove the clouds to see the starry sky. So I'm descending to the dark side. Yes, as we can see it's pitch black. Nothing is visible here, so I'm removing the clouds from the display, and now you can clearly see the starry night sky. And over there is our Sun. You can see it as well, but we are still gradually moving farther and farther away from our star. In this case, with this exoplanet, the distance to the Sun is already 30.80 light years. But I think you remember where the Sun is located. So I'm carefully hiding the pointer, and now I'm using the powerful telescope to try and see if we can spot any planet besides the Sun from this considerable distance. Alright, something like this has appeared here. What's that? Damn, the planetarium won't let me select or view maybe this neighboring star. Alright, I'm zooming in further. Okay, that's the maximum zoom, and I see 4 dots. Here's the first dot. What is that? No, unfortunately the planetarium doesn't let me select it, and it doesn't let me here either. Yeah, I'm clicking on these dots, but it doesn't show any information about what they are. Most likely it's a gas planet, I think. I'm resetting the zoom. By the way, if we hide the clouds, we can see the surface of this planet. As we can see, it's basically a desert world. And on the surface of this desert planet, we can see a landscape like this. And here we have the star Gliese 357 shining, which is a red dwarf. Now I'm turning the clouds back on, and once they're back, we can no longer see the star from the surface. But what's interesting here is that this is a super Earth, a really large planet. It has a mass more than 7 times that of Earth, and it's twice as big as Earth. And this planet was discovered in 2019. The next exoplanet from which we will be looking at the Sun is Gliese 238b. This exoplanet also has a desert-like landscape, but at least here, the atmosphere itself isn't very dense, and this planet is also tidally locked to its parent star. I'll descend to the dark side, and let's take a look at the Sun. Yes, and even from here we can see it. Incredible. That tiny little dot over there is our very own star. The immense distance to it from this particular planet is already 49.62 light years. It's truly incredible that from such a great distance we can clearly see our yellow dwarf. And now, as is tradition in this video, I'll hide this marker. Let's look without it. Yes, it's perfectly visible. I think you probably understand exactly where the sun is right now, but here, as we can clearly see, this particular planet is very close to its parent star. And if you look at the star from the surface of this planet, this is how huge it appears in the sky. And the distance from this planet to its star is 3,175,589 kilometers. The planet was discovered in the year 2024, and now we're about to see the final fascinating exoplanet in this video, from which we'll look at the Sun. This particular exoplanet is officially called TOI 406b01. Here we have another planet that is tidally locked to its parent star, and as we can see, it's a desert world. I'm descending onto the dark side of this planet, and over there is our star, the Sun. It's already hard to see it. It seems like I can just barely make out the silhouette of a very faint dot, but I'm not quite certain. From the surface of this planet, the distance to the Sun is 101.30 light years. Everything is very far away. Right now I'm looking in the direction where the Sun is and I can't see anything at all. Well, I guess it's time to use the telescope and see if we can spot anything. Well, yes, with the telescope at maximum magnification you can see our star, of course, but it's unclear if there are any planets nearby. No, I can't make anything out. You can't see any planets from here at all anymore. Well, you understand, the distance is 100 light years. Is it just me or is the Sun getting brighter? I don't get it. Is SpaceEngine playing games with me or something? See, the brightness seems to be changing. Maybe there are clouds blocking it here? Yeah, that's it. Look, after turning off the clouds in the display, the Sun looks much brighter. And yes, if you look very carefully again and zoom out, you can clearly see that faint distant star from really far away. You really have to look extremely closely to perceive it. Look, there's our star, the Sun, and now I'm removing the pointer. And we can see what looks like 3 stars close together, and one of them is the Sun. On the day side of this planet, this is the kind of landscape we see. A red dwarf, the star TOI 406. And this planet was discovered in 2024. Its mass is 4.5 times that of Earth, and its diameter is almost twice as large as our planet. So that's the journey we had today. We saw what the Sun looks like from other worlds. If you found it interesting, don't forget to leave a like and share your thoughts about what you saw in the video. Thank you very much for watching, and see you again in the universe.